Hello everyone, welcome to another Making Monday Lovable video. This week's gonna be my science week, so my scientific illustration week. And I wanted to share with you my new approach to this week's bi-weekly science weeks. And it is basically approaching science like a riddle. Why and where it comes from is what I noticed a couple of weeks ago, that I was about to post some of the scientific illustrations that I do. I felt a heaviness inside of me. I felt like, oh, like that. And that's usually a sign for me that something is off. Something is not quite right. And it doesn't mean that I don't love what I do, that I don't like the illustrations that I create. It means that there is something about it that puts a little bit of a heaviness inside of me and takes away joy. For me, this is the first sign, like a very clear first sign, that I need to change my approach. Because if I continue with activities that bring heaviness or cause heaviness inside of me or decrease my joy, I know further down the line it will become more strong, more painful, and more annoying, and I might, have a harder time or a more extreme approach to changing something. So I thought, okay, I realized this feeling and what it does inside of me and how it feels. So I acknowledged it basically. I didn't push it away. I didn't ignore it and it's like, oh, what is wrong with you? Like, what the hell? I didn't do any of this. I might have done these type of things in the past, but now I am very careful and mindful about what my body and what my inner world is trying to tell me, because it always does. It always does tell me something. And then throughout the day, then I posted something, and I posted simple silhouettes of plants in black, because I felt it represents what I feel. And then some days later, I was supposed to post something else, and I put it up as a riddle. I asked the people, okay, what do you think, which plants is this or are these? And then when I had to think about what to post next, I thought I just resolve the riddle basically. And that immediately made me feel happy and joyful. I was like, holy schmoly, this is what I'm gonna do. I will approach the science and the illustrations that I've done in the past for clients like a riddle. And like this, I'll be able to cover, 2 posts per week, and they will bring me joy and fun. And I will, even if I repeat some of the illustrations I've done, I will get to them or something else will come from them, or I will approach them with a different angle and view. And the thing is that for me, science, or being a scientist, or having done research, done my PhD, done my master thesis, special thesis, it is basically like a riddle. You have a question, or you wonder about something, and you try to find the answer. And then you poke around and try to find, different methods that could give you an answer. And then you do different experiments. You look at the data, at the results. To me, it is like a riddle. And I've always loved riddles. I still love riddles. I do all kinds of, all kinds of riddles that is out there. I do them because I just freaking love it. And science for me is exactly that. It is solving riddles. So if in that moment when I realized this, I could basically couple this joy for riddles, that is science, to my illustrations as well, and to bring back joy in posting science in my science weeks. that I decided to do, that I committed to this year, because I decided to have a science week and then an abstract art week, and by like in, how do you say that? Switching? Yeah, one, and then the next. Alternate my weeks, what I post here. So I could bring back the joy in posting about my illustrations. And then I was so motivated that I sat down and like for 3 or 4 hours, I went through all the illustrations I've done and looked which one has the most potential to be made into a riddle. And then I made them into riddles. Now I have like 30 or 35 or something that I made into riddles, which is basically post for the next year if I want. I have the things that I want to post, I have them ready, because I was looking at them like, here, this is what I can make as a riddle. And what I basically do, what you will see this week as the first, I blank out certain parts of the illustration that I think are very educational, not super duper heavy scientific, because we're here on social media, so we want to enjoy, right? And learn a little bit something, see something creative, maybe inspiring, maybe, something cool. So I will blank out part of the illustration and write about, okay, what is it here? And like share a riddle with you guys as an audience. And then some days later, I will reveal what I blanked out and why it is so cool that the scientists actually solved part of the riddle of science, part of the mystery of freaking nature. So this is what I will do in my science weeks. I will post science riddles based on my scientific illustrations. And this just blew my mind, because as I said again, what came, this immediate body response of lightness. It felt light, and I felt happy and joy and excitement. So my energy kind of heightened, versus before it got like drained and I felt heavy, like this. So when I'm in that mood and that way, I know like, ooh, I'm onto something. And I think the idea is brilliant. I love it so much. And I'm already looking forward to, how it will be posting these things, and what will people say? Will they like it or not? I guess they will, but who doesn't like, sure, there's people that don't like riddles maybe, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because for me, I'm super motivated about it, and it was a turning point again, where I felt like, something is not going, no, but I found a way to turn it into something fun and enjoyable. And I think that's an approach that I generally like to use in life, maybe. Unless I notice something is really like that for me, then I just drop things. Then that's also possible. But that's not the case I will always love science and illustrations and art and riddles. So now I just threw riddles onto it. And so I was just thinking like, why didn't you ever think about this before? Because I would post things like questions as well, and then answer them. So it is like a riddle. But I was just like, such a no-brainer basically. But maybe it needed to emerge from a situation of heaviness and feeling drained. Who knows? I don't know. So yeah, that's that for today. And then you will see my first science riddle based on one of my illustrations tomorrow. And the reveal sometime later this week. So yeah, I wish you a great Monday. Let me know what you think about the idea. Maybe only after you see some examples, I don't know. And yeah, have a nice Monday, and talk to you next week. And yeah, have a nice week as well, until we talk to each other next week. Or I talk to you next week, next Monday. Bye!